Have you ever heard the chilling tale of the Night Specter? Legend has it that in a secluded, forgotten village, perpetually draped in a thick, suffocating fog, a terrifying entity emerges from the shadows. This isn't just any ghost story whispered around a campfire. It's a local curse, a plague of fear that descends with the arrival of each crescent moon. On these specific nights, as the world outside sleeps soundly, the villagers lock their doors, bolt their windows, and pray for dawn. They speak in hushed, trembling tones of the Night Specter, a malevolent being that materializes only at the witching hour, precisely at 3 a.m. It is said to take the form of a human, a silhouette walking silently through the mist. But its most horrifying feature is its eyes, two burning crimson orbs that glow with an unholy light. The warning passed down through generations is simple and absolute. If you are unfortunate enough to wander into its path, do not, under any circumstances, meet its gaze. Those who have, it is said, are never seen again. They simply vanish, swallowed by the night, leaving behind nothing but an eerie silence and a story that adds another layer of terror to the village as already grim folklore. Emma, a young and ambitious journalist with a penchant for the unexplained, found herself irresistibly drawn to this macabre legend. For her, it wasn't just a story. It was a puzzle, a mystery begging to be solved. While others were content to dismiss it as rural superstition, Emma saw a pattern, a series of disappearances that were too consistent to be mere coincidence. Driven by a thirst for the truth and a desire to make a name for herself, she packed her gear, a high-sensitivity camera, audio recorders, and a thermos of strong coffee, and journeyed to the cursed village. She was determined to be the one to either debunk the myth, or, if it proved true, document the existence of the Night Specter. Ignoring the fearful pleas of the few locals she encountered, she set up her camp at the edge of the very forest where the majority of the disappearances had occurred. She chose a spot with a clear, albeit unnerving, view of the tree line, positioning her equipment to capture any anomaly. As the hours ticked by and the crescent moon cast its pale, sickly light through the swirling fog, a heavy sense of anticipation and dread settled over her. The forest grew unnervingly quiet, as if all of nature was holding its breath. Emma checked her watch, its digital display glowing starkly in the darkness. 2:59 a.m. Her heart hammered against her ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the profound silence. Then, as the numbers on her watch flickered to 3 a.m., a sudden, bone-chilling wind tore through her campsite, extinguishing her small lantern and plunging her into near-total darkness. A cold unlike any she had ever felt seeped into her bones, and through the now thickening mist she saw it. A figure, tall and gaunt, was standing just beyond the edge of the trees. It didn't move, it didn't make a sound. It simply stood there, a static silhouette against the shifting gray fog. And then it turned its head. 2 points of intense, glowing red light pierced the gloom, fixing directly on her. The Night Specter was watching her. Panic, cold and sharp, seized Emma. Every instinct screamed at her to run. Forgetting her equipment, her mission, her journalistic bravado, she scrambled to her feet and fled. Her only thought was to find shelter, any place to hide from those terrible burning eyes. Through the disorienting fog, she spotted the dilapidated outline of an old, abandoned house, a structure she hadn't noticed before. It seemed like her only salvation. With a desperate burst of speed, she sprinted towards it, the sound of her own ragged breathing loud in her ears. She threw her shoulder against the rotting wooden door, which gave way with a groan of protest, and stumbled inside, slamming it shut behind her. The air inside was stale and heavy with the smell of decay. In the near blackness, she fumbled her way through what felt like a large, empty room, searching for another door, another escape route. Her fingers found a doorknob. She twisted it, wrenched the door open, and rushed through only to find herself standing in the exact same room she had just left. Confusion warred with her terror. She tried again, finding another door on the opposite wall, but the result was the same. She was trapped in a nightmarish loop, every exit leading her back to her starting point. It was then that she heard it, a slow, deliberate footstep echoing from outside. And then another and another, drawing closer. The sound was all around her, inside the house, inside her head. The Night Specter was no longer watching from afar. It was coming for her. As the footsteps grew louder, a horrifying, impossible realization began to dawn on Emma. The face of the specter, which had been a blur of shadow and red light in the distance, was becoming clearer in her mind's eye. The high cheekbones, the shape of the nose, the line of the jaw. It was a face she knew better than any other. With a final, soul-shattering wave of understanding, she knew the truth. The ghost's face was her own.